Alright, there's the mic. How's it sound?
Hello.
Testing. Testies.
Sounds good.
Internet connecting 1, 2, 3. We still got 4 minutes. I'll wait in the meantime.
Hey.
Did we do Celebrate and Darkrai last time? I forget. Because some of them don't work. Oh, there you go.
No,
Actually, it's pretty cute.
Yeah.
Ah!
Hi, Doom.
I haven't started Doom. I still got 3 minutes.
Doom's at work.
Doom, do your work.
Doom is always at work. Doom works.
That's where he makes all his bit money.
Mm-hmm. He's in the mines. He's mining them here bits.
Alright, I might as well start then.
I choose to believe Doom is just sitting there with a pickaxe, just chipping off little
No,
bits.
he's just killing monsters.
Oh, it's loot?
Yeah. He's he's Doom Guy.
Give me a heart candy that's not a doomed color.
I'll let you eat your candy first. Oh. Clack, 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 clack.
It's good. I just had to make sure I didn't get one that looked like it might be mint.
Oh, you're such a baby.
A white mint.
Hello!
Hello!
Tonight is yet another, finally, after I said I'd do it last week and I didn't, is another, POKEBOMINATIONS this week. So I am going to put the, actual link to the POKEBOMINATIONS in the corner so that people can go see it.
It's a ton of fun. Everyone should look at it.
If anyone wants to do their own POKEBOMINATIONs. But now I'm going to be drawing requests done by my patrons. And to start off with, once I take a picture of it, we're going to do Celebi and Darkrai.
So Poke Satan and Wish God.
What is Celebi like?
Time. Time and wishes.
Isn't one of the other ones time though?
Yeah, what is it, Palkia and Dialga.
Yeah! So they're two times.
They're like time and space, whereas
he just
is
jumps
like
around like a little dick.
Yeah, he's like wishes, but he has time travel.
He's just a fairy.
Yeah.
I like that he's got horns now though. That is kind of cute. I tried to do this Tuesday, but I was not up to it. I'm feeling better today, though.
Yeah, you were
I was socially not there.
It's okay.
So we gotta make this guy look adorable, of course.
Obviously.
Adorable and evil.
It's a baby.
It's a baby. Is Celebi canonically a baby?
Celebi? No, Celebi just time travels.
Cause I know, like, isn't like Manphy a baby, though it's got like a baby form? I was working on Doom's commission earlier, it's looking pretty good. I'm trying to get the chair together.
Nice. You gonna make a throne made of bits?
Yeah, a throne made of like bones and stuff that has fabric spread over it. I might bother you for like a decent monster fabric pattern to put on it. Though a lot of the monsters in Monster Hunter don't even have fur.
The joke is that Celebi is the child of Dialga. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It is like a little wish critter, but like that's one of the primary things it's shown is time distortion. So
I have not seen a Pokemon movie since the third one. I have no idea. And when I watched the Sun and Moon season, I just fast forward to everything where Team Rocket was and didn't watch anything else. This is a vector layer. Why?
That was apparently one of the things was like you know, Dialga worked with a kid in the past kind of thing, and that kid was actually Professor Oak.
Oh no, that's Celebi.
Yeah, Celebi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did see a bit of that.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. Like Celebi having the time travel bullshit.
Are they all just having little Pokemon incesties?
Hey. Well, it's just time travel bullshit.
Well, the Dialga guy, he's like nightmares, right?
Yeah, I think so. Everyone just calls him Poke Satan.
No, that's the guy who's got all the little legs.
Yeah, it's dark.
With the gold thing on his head. That's Pokemon Satan, because he's in the Nega world.
Yeah, it's
this guy's nightmares.
Isn't it the same?
No, this is the guy with the white hair that like fades into your shadows and takes your nightmares.
I'm thinking of Giratina.
You're thinking of Giratina.
Yeah.
I don't remember their names, but I remember they look like. I do like Giratina though.
Yeah, that's the one somebody, I think it might have been Doom, posted one that like looked like it had tentacle legs, but they're made of honey.
He does like his Beedrills.
You do. Beedrill's cool.
Probably looks like a monster from Monster Hunter or something. I'm gonna give it like long, creepy hands.
We do have like a bee that's there in Monster Hunter called a Vespoid, but there used to be a like full-on monster, because like Vespoids are just little critters that roam around, right? But there used to be a Vespoid queen, which was actually like a full monster. And we don't have that anymore, because it's a little complicated.
Because you don't deserve it.
That's fair.
I was gonna wear my compression gloves, my new ones, but they're a little tight for drawing, it feels like.
Nice.
They're for recovery, not art.
You're not meant for the streets.
You're not meant for the streets, Priscilla. I wonder if there's like a creepy core wordcore Pokemon playlist.
Probably
should have done that.
Had the small ones lifted up for attacks, yeah.
Was that the bug that wore its mate as a hat?
No, that's a different one. That one was just male versus female.
Oh, so it wasn't even their mate?
Yeah, so the male versus female, the one that had the males were the much smaller one with the big horns.
As they usually are in nature.
And the female was like a big honking chungus that would use the male as a successory. But no, the Vespoid Queen are like the wasps.
Ah. When I was younger, outside my window, a wasp had gotten in a spider's web, and they were like fighting. And I got to watch it till eventually the wasp flew away with the spider. It was wild.
It might have been one of those wasps that uses spiders to have its babies.
I don't know. I think it was just trying to survive, because it was stuck in its web.
Yeah.
These logger claws.
This man apparently has a bulletproof turban. There you go. Shot him in the face 3 times.
Shoot him, honey.
I'm the shoot bang man. Cuckoo-cuckoo. Actually, that'd be cute. Cuckoo-cuckoo.
I gotta work tomorrow too.
Oh, I'm sorry, honey.
It's okay. It's 1 day a week.
Yeah.
I'm such a baby. But then again, I'm working at home all this time. How fast can you do this commission? Well, my slots are all full up, so maybe check like next week.
2 days later. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
You are fast.
That doesn't mean I want to fill up immediately. Maybe I want to draw my own stuff. I do on the weekends now, but still. I know, right? In my defense, I work the rest of the week.
Yeah.
If drawing is work for me, then I work literally every day.
Pretty much.
I just get to wear underpants instead of pants.
Her favorite.
And I can cry at home.
Meh.
I try to get like 1 or 2 shifts a week just to get out the house.
Yeah.
If y'all want to do what I do, draw boobs better. Obviously.
In my defense, I don't draw. I drew the kitty on the fridge.
That was very cute. I love the kitty on the fridge.
She drew a much better kitty, but I still.
Oh, it's a shitty kitty and it got bled through. Crunch, crunch, crunch. And you yell at me for crunching on the cough drops.
It's the last little bit. Also, cough drops aren't meant to be crunched.
In mouth. Crunch.
In mouth.
That's what I do with your wiener. No.
Meh.
Just crunch. Stop being so crunchable.
Hard candy. Oh no.
I'm gonna do the same thing I did with Doom's leg today. Cut and copy so I don't have to draw it twice.
That works. Easy peasy legs.
Well, I gave him some fairly complex boots. I didn't want to draw them twice. It's amazing how much detail I can get on Doom when I'm not drawing him at, like, in a half an hour shot. It's like, oh crap, now I gotta draw detail. Does Darkrai just have, like, hair?
Yes.
I think that's smoke. Majestic hair. I always love the freaky Pokemon though. They're the best ones.
You like Pokemon that are objects the best. They're
Yes,
your favorite.
they're usually freaky.
It's your favorite.
It's a secret. Dabba 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 dabba. I just found out today old that Omari has a value the same way Undertale has a fun value, but it's called a what the fuck value. I never knew it had, like, random encounters, damn. Okay, Omari, freak me out more.
Mischief value. What's it do? Mess with you.
But then again, it's, like, super influenced by Yume Nikki, which is super random, so I'm not really surprised. You know, the guy who didn't talk to anyone for 20 years and then saw a dog and was like, oh, puppy. Someone else did a comic where a dog, like, there were this terrifying scratchings on the wall in the Yume Nikki room, and she's like, oh crap, and she goes to it and it's the Toby Fox dog. And she's like, oh, puppy.
I mean, to be fair, doggo.
And he's also friends with Omocat. They all just know each other.
As you should.
I believe Toby actually did some music for the game. I'm not sure though.
Wouldn't surprise me.
That whore.
You do what you do.
That music whore. Toby, you whore.
Hey. Or loving.
That's gotta be wild growing up doing like a single, you know, mother mod, and then Do you think when he was doing that, when he was like a teenager, do you think he was thinking, one day I'll do music for Pokemon?
I'll literally make an entire career out of this. At this point, he has. Like,
yeah. I think that's why one of the reasons he also put Deltarune Chapter 2 out for free was like he makes enough money off of everything else. He has merch, he has other jobs. He doesn't really need the Deltarune money.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, like, he'll arguably, you know, he'll probably live forever, considering how little he, like, comes out in the real world and stuff.
He'll probably live forever and Deltarune still won't be done. No, I'd rather it take time and be good than come out and be shitty. I don't know, people said Undertale took so long to come out and Amari took so long to come out that people thought, like, they were getting gypped, but honestly, like, Undertale apparently only took like 2 years? I don't consider that,
Forever,
especially for like an indie game, a large development cycle, personally.
Plus, like, they are full-ass games.
Yeah. Now, apparently, like, Amari had some shit where, like, the guy wasn't communicating all that well. The artists are stupid, so I'm not surprised. I don't communicate well either. What sucks about being an artist is everyone expects you to also be, like, an advertiser and a business person at the same time, because you kind of have to be. And so many artists aren't. And when they are, they're like Butch Hartman or something. I just need a manager or something. Thank you, sweetie. But you don't know how to use social media.
True.
You're too old.
I do my best.
Old man. You're good at negotiating, though.
I try. I try to make sure that you get paid what you're worth.
Nothing.
Unacceptable. You do work, you get paid.
I take too long. Now your candy's gone. Actually, whoop. I'm gonna work out from this. I earned my going to work 1 or 2 days a week.
Yeah.
I've been drawing for 50 years! No. Also, it's Doom's fault anyway.
Hey.
He's one of the people who gives me money. That keeps me from going to work.
As long as he keeps giving you bits, right?
It's, well, just like Patreon money and stuff.
He looks like a butterfly of doom.
A butterfly of doom. Doom, why do you have a butterfly?
Doom, it's efficient.
Just didn't lock the lair.
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta draw an autism creature after this.
Mm-hmm. What creature will you design?
Should make a Pokemon trail. Should do an autism Pikachu.
I should have the little hat. The little ash hat. Creature catch him.
Sorry, I'm not very entertaining tonight, it seems.
No, you're fine. We just don't have any topics at the moment, so you're just doing your art, which is how you do.
I hope it's entertaining enough.
I think so.
I haven't been good at talking lately.
You talk just fine. You were telling me earlier about how they did the sound on old film. It was really neat. Why don't you tell them about the film thing?
I don't know if I'll get it right.
Sure. Talk about it. You have fun. It's a thing that you enjoy.
Man.
Meow, meow. What, were you buzzed?
It was USA Gundam.
Oh. Oh yeah?
Yeah, it was like sales or whatever.
Sales!
Well, I want the one Doom paid for, but it's still in fucking Japan!
Yeah.
So there's nothing I can do about it!
Yeah. I'm waiting for it to leave the port. Which is how you say it, leboshi.
I think if, I think I might try contacting the website itself. See
Yeah.
if maybe there's anything I need to do. Because it's been 2 months.
Yeah, maybe there's like some kind of like way to request it or report it or... There's gotta be something.
It's gotta be some. Maybe I can get a refund or something, because then I could order it somewhere else. I don't want to pay for it twice.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. That's one of those things I haven't really encountered. But it's just...
I remember one person online, they got like a message their package was just lost in the fucking ocean.
Yeah, that'll happen.
It's like, what do you do? I guess you ask for a refund?
Yeah.
What if it's like an Etsy thing, like a painting or something? Ah, that's what I was always worried about when I sent plushies.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, I can't just make another plushie.
It's like literal one-of-a-kind item. Oh, well, it's gone now.
I know! I have such fears about that. Because it's not like I have the money to insure it. I'm glad I don't do plushie commissions anymore. They were actually fairly stressful.
Well, you put in a lot of work in those.
Yeah.
So, you know.
And, like, no matter how much I charged for them, people still wanted them. So,
yeah, really,
I could never, like, stem the tide.
because you made nice plushies, dude. People like what you made.
I really didn't make that good of plushies looking back on it.
That's not what the customer said.
The customers were silly.
Yeah, well, they gave you the money, and they liked what they got.
I still think it's funny that I'm the only person, like, if Doom gives people references, they're all my pieces.
Because you do good art. And people
Though now
like
he's got some from Chibi, so...
it. He's got emotes.
Yeah. He's slowly getting more references.
I think it's because you, like, constantly refer people to Chibi for emotes.
Chibi does great emotes, though! Like, I still have trouble with them. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with it for this month. I was honestly thinking of not doing emotes this month and being like, hey, if you have, like, an avatar, do you want, like, an autism creature of it?
You could do, yeah.
I was legit thinking of doing that, but I haven't figured out how to, like, arrange it yet.
You could do creature emotes. Just, like,
Yeah.
Just like, you
But
know.
can I do everybody? Like, that's the thing.
Yeah,
Not
first-
everyone has an avatar, really, but, like...
Yeah, you could do like the first 10.
I don't know, man. It's
put
hard
up
to figure out.
Yeah, like put up like a post and be like, the first 10 to respond to this, I will do your creature.
Oh, that's not fair though.
Or you could, I guess it's Patreon. You can't do like a raffle.
Nope.
It's Patreon.
I love to be like, for the next few months, I'm gonna do a creature emote of everyone, one by one.
But just like the first 10 on the list kind of thing. Because
that
that way
know.
you're just looking at whatever's on your list of patrons.
They're just cute and fun to do. I kind of like them.
Yeah. You always have fun drawing them. I think you should. I think you should do creature emotes and people could do suggestions and stuff.
Doom doesn't get one because he has no eyes.
You have to make the lens the creature eyes.
I found out that noise that old projectors make is sort of the same as a sewing machine because they can't actually just show the film the way it is.
Yeah.
It can't just be like, we're just gonna run this film through here at a specific rate and be done with it, because that's actually not how it works. You have to physically stop for a fraction of a second on each frame and then move to the next frame. You can't just run it through there like you would a car through a tunnel. You have to stop it and then go.
Gotcha. So is that just the sound of it pulling the next film thing?
Yeah, at the place where the film is shown in front of the halogen light bulb that can burn it. It has 3 prongs that go into those little prongs on the side of the film, and it'll grab it and then it will pull it down and then it'll go back the same way a sewing needle does, and then go in again and go down and go back, so and that gives you just enough of a pause that the film will make sense, because you can actually look in the projector while you're doing it, the guy who was showing us the projectors.
Yeah.
And the stuff will be going by at a constant rate, but you won't be able to tell what's going on. It's all just a blur to your human eye holes.
Right.
But once it gets to the spot, you can actually see what it is. It's just upside down and backwards, yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. I'd also like to see the little rattler of the thing going by. I would like to watch the machinery do that thing.
But that's why it makes the because that's the sound of the pressure foot.
Cool.
Going in and out, pulling it. So whenever you see old films, you hear the
yeah.
I can't even do it fast enough because it's so fast. Yeah.
I assumed it had to be some kind of machinery or something like that. That's really cool.
And I told you earlier, I guess I'll tell the chat this, because now I feel like talking about it.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about it. In old analog film, before they did digital, one of the ways they put sound in, they actually did it in a variety of ways, but this is the way they did it on once you would actually put in a projector in a classroom, was they would record the sound, and the sound would be on the film as waveforms. You know those, when you listen to music, it's the stuff that goes... Once I unlock this layer like this. Beep, 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 to show that sound has gone in and out. They'll print that on right next to the film where you can't see it when it's actually on the film projector. And there'll actually be 2 of them because apparently it was so common that they would be slightly off sync. But they would put that in, and a little red light would read that and shine through it and basically work the same. That would control the same thing that you'd work on a record player, because record players have the same waveforms just carved into the record as opposed to in light. And that's how they sunk up the sound with the film. And that's why a lot of older films, when they start, you can hear the like you do at the start of you know when you start a record, you hear that
Oh, okay.
and then the fuzz, it's because it works the exact same way.
Cool.
And also, that's why if you run it backwards, you'll hear everything perfectly fine backwards, too. Depending on the speed you run it by, if you rewind it while it's in there.
Yeah, because it would just be the waveform.
Yeah, because it's still just reading the waveforms.
Neat.
So you could watch an entire film perfectly fine backwards on there. No deterioration whatsoever.
Fun.
You know, if you want to.
If you wanted to be a weirdo, which you would, because why wouldn't you? Like, film is such a cool thing as far as, like, how we've progressed so freaking far on it.
I just think analog technology is really cool, because today with digital, everything just kind of does everything. You don't think about how they had to do that back before digital stuff.
Or like the original analog of having, like, multiple camera lenses to make stuff work, or how they were able to do certain things. Like Star Wars, like the original Star Wars, showing how they did a lot of the cinematography with that, like with the miniatures and shit like that, is amazing.
I love miniatures.
They, because back then they could do some effects, but like one of the ways they did the effect was they would shoot a miniature in front of a blue background, because then when they had it on the thing, they could actually project it onto something else, and then have to hand work it out for each thing. But they also, for Star Wars, had one of those programmable cameras, so you could program it with the motion, and it would do the same motion every time. So that was around even back then, and that's how they did some of that stuff. Was they would film the thing in front of a blue screen, cut it out, and have the camera do the motion, and then have that motion recorded, and then have it keep doing the same motion each time when they would add the layer after layer after layer.
Alright, we have one. So you know what that means.
Glow moth.
Autism creature.
Yeah. You can do it with a little Ash Ketchum hat. Little red hat
I'm
backwards.
gonna make a little autism Pikachu. Actually, it should probably be like this.
Mimic you? He...
I'll give him the surprise Pikachu mouth too.
Yippee!
Hachuni Pikachu.
Would it be like Hachu?
Hachuni Pikachu. Hachuni.
Hachu. So no sneeze.
I guess he'd be sitting too, because he's.
Because you have a little fat butt. Because
Yeah.
it's funny. Hey.
This will be our autism creature for this run.
Oh, it's not a hardtail?
No. Because we called him him.
Hey. Yeah, that's true.
Alright, we'll put him all the way at the bottom. And we'll get the next one.
Nice creature.
Let's see. We did Charizard and Togepi. Let's see. Beedrill and Giratina.
Oh, I think that's the one I'm thinking of.
We did Golurk and Aegislash, right?
Yeah,
so.
you did a Golurk one, I believe.
I have too many Wimbos.
Yeah, I think you did the Aegislash.
I did, yeah.
You did the cool...
Let's see.
So, Beedrill and Giratina?
Yeah. How many bees are there?
Yes.
I'm surprised there hasn't been more, like, there's, like, Beedrill is technically, like, a wasp.
Yeah.
The
We've
real
got
only
Combi.
bee, Pokemon is, like,
That's the one I was thinking of, yeah. The
yeah,
one
the
on the
honey
left.
one. It looks so hard to draw, though.
Ectobody.
Why y'all keep making me do that?
Remember your roots.
Oh, so much effort, though.
Look at that. That's nice.
Maybe I'll draw him melting into it.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. And draw less.
Because you could almost have him be like the carapace with like the goo oozing out of it to make the wing shape.
You know what's one of my favorite Pokemon that doesn't get mentioned enough? And it's probably not in this one.
Mm-hmm.
It might be, actually.
Which one?
The one that's the ghost shell of the, cicada.
Oh,
I forget
yeah.
its name,
It's
though.
not Nincada. It's the other one.
Nincast?
I think you're right. I think it's Nincast. Yeah, because there's Ninkado, which is the one that evolves, right?
Yeah.
And then...
Yeah, just keep going. It'll be the one after that one.
Shedinja. Yeah, Shedinja.
Shedinja. That's the one I really like.
Mm-hmm.
I've always liked Shedinja. I always thought it was really cool.
Yeah, because it's a ghost shell. Because the ninja has gained a sentence.
It's, you know, the fuck, scream, die.
Yep.
Or scream, fuck, die, I guess.
Shed your mortal form. Fuck, scream, die.
Yeah.
That should be a good Pokemon shirt. Just a Shedinja.
I was thinking of doing that with the Shedinja line a while ago. Just fuck, scream, die.
That'd be fun, or like booty shorts. There are a lot of things that are fun on booty shorts.
You're fun on booty shorts. Just put like slime dripping between the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
I believe his mouth comes out under that. Like that's his mustache.
Yeah, the white part is kind of like on the chin. It's like tusks.
Or does it open sideways? That'd be terrifying.
I don't think they're like predator mouth. I think it's just like a thing, and then the jaw is underneath.
It's having its ribs busted open.
Mm-hmm. Goo. I like the little stab tail on the end, Caspedro.
And then I'll have him like dissolving into his own muck. I love how I say that and my sketch looks like...
Yeah. I think it's fun. It'll be like how it's all coming together at the end.
Like melting.
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 This is why I don't do sketch commissions. Look at this shit. This don't look like nothing. I was watching another thing earlier this week that was the history of color photography. And one of the earliest ways they did that was they had a camera that took a shot through blue light, a camera that took a shot through yellow light, and a camera that took a shot through red light. They put filters over it.
Right.
And then they combined those. And it came out looking like you could see all the little dots of how of each color on each one, because individually they were black and white.
Right.
But when you put them together, all those dots came together and made a full color picture, because it was like all the red dots, all the black, all the blue dots, and all the yellow dots. Just the way like old CRTVs used to have the 3 dots that just made into other things. And actually, one of the first color TVs that they had when they were trying to figure out how to do it, one of the earliest ways they did it was they would just have a mechanism in the TV that was basically like the 3 colors
Like
on little transparent pieces of glass that would just spin inside the TV.
So it's like
it would just spin itself, and then it would project behind that into the glass of the screen.
Huh.
So it would go through the, it'd be transmitted to the TV, and then that transmission would would be shown through the colors spinning, and then that was what would show up on your TV. However, because it's always in front of 3 spinning colors, it was very flickery.
Yeah.
And also, like, the quality was super low.
Yeah.
So, like, when people were being shown on these, they had to wear, like, super clown level makeup to look like anything.
Yeah, it would make
so
sense.
So that did not
heavy
last. Actually, because, like I said earlier, film can't really be shown just going at certain speeds. It has to stop for a second. Older films, when that was chunkier, would flicker, and that's why we call films flicks.
That makes sense.
Because of that flicker.
Yeah. And
apparently, the reason we call things footage today is because they used to divide film by its length and feet. So you need the footage. You need more film.
Yeah. That was one thing I when they declassified this one thing so that people could talk about it, Kodak had actually worked with the U.S. government to make a spy satellite.
Nifty.
And since Kodak, they worked with what they knew, and at the time, this was like in the 70s or 80s, right? So this thing actually had miles of film reel in it. And so what it would do is it would be sitting there recording, and then every so often length of film, it had...
Just shoot it back down?
Basically, it had mechanisms in it, so every so often, it would cut a chunk off the film, load it into a canister, and drop it. And then a plane...
Giratina and Beedrill.
Yeah. Goo. So then, like, a plane on a regular routine would fly over an area and catch this parachuting canister on the way by.
Wild.
And they would get their mile of film to go over. But, like, this thing was built and launched, you know, completely in secret, working with Kodak to just do that as a spy satellite. And it's like, holy crap.
They really did try a lot of things. They tried putting a microphone on a cat surgically, and it did not work.
At least with the thing, it was all mechanical, so they knew it would work. Like, it can only work or fall out of the sky. A cat's a cat.
The cat did not work.
Any spy person who actually owned a cat would have told them that was a terrible idea and would never work. And it didn't. Not because of the cat. A coincidence happened.
A while back, they released the files that Osama bin Laden had in his little cave, because he used to just have people go out and download videos and ROMs and stuff to flash drives and bring it back to his cave. And one of the things he did a lot was video games, because he actually had like a son there, and they were a lot of like older video games, but also some recent, and apparently one of them was Animal Crossing Wild World. Which means they're looking through the stuff now to see if we can find out what Osama bin Laden's Animal Crossing village looked like.
Oh, that's funny.
I found that through an Animal Crossing, like, weird secrets post.
That would have been hilarious.
Because he had a lot of stuff, like he had a bunch of porn.
Yeah, well.
And a bunch of movies. He really liked cars.
Yeah.
Then again, I was about to say, who doesn't? I hate cars.
Yeah. But, like, you know, what's he gonna do? He's in a cave. Like, all that money and power, but you're living in a cave in the middle of nowhere. So it means nothing.
With a GameCube.
Yeah. Well, at least you had a GameCube. There's some good games on there.
I don't think he had a GameCube. I'm joking.
Hey. It's like, oh, you've got a GameCube out there in the desert. Great. You have no memory cards.
Yeah, I think he just did ROMs through a PC or something.
Yeah. Would have been much easier to bootleg.
I wouldn't be half surprised if it was like his little minions who picked out the shit, though.
Probably.
You're like, hey, this is a popular ROM download, I guess. Or something.
Just go to like an internet cafe and find out whatever's the most
Yeah, that's where they had to get it from.
Yeah.
They had to go to an internet cafe, download it all to a flash drive, and then secret hide it back there. That's wild to me.
Yeah, it's always interesting, like, looking back on major historical stuff is always bizarre, because then you find out, like, all kinds of, like, weird stuff that occurred with it. Like, I imagine now, like, if we look back at now, 10 years from now, it's going to be ludicrous, the stuff we find out. Like, I don't think that we'll ever figure out exactly how much that Santos guy has lied. Like, I think that is a bottomless barrel of bullshit. People are talking about now he might actually have an ethics committee inquisition on him.
Good.
You know,
should.
From the rampant, massive fraud.
Yeah.
But, like, oh man. Like I was telling you earlier about the copper thing. There's just so much background stuff that's going on that is absolutely not talked about because, like...
As humans, we don't even have the brain processing power to take in all this information.
Yeah, like you wouldn't even think about something so simple because it's become ingrained into society, right? Like, everything needs copper, so you use copper to do stuff. Well, there's 2 Latin American countries that produce 1/3 of the copper for the entire world, and both of them are having fuck-ups right now. Like, the one thing, because it was talking about, like, copper futures and stuff like that, right? And it was like, there may be a copper shortage until 2030 as a ripple from this.
Isn't that going to hurt electronics?
It's going to hurt everything because there's the big drive for clean energy and stuff like that, which a lot of that is perfectly fine, but it's going to need it's going to need new wires because most of our power supply is set up to come from the coasts and go inward, not from the place where the wind is and go outward, kind of thing. So that's one of the big parts of that is needing to have brand new wire run everywhere and stations and things like that. Hey, big stinger for Demon Bug.
I always like Giratina.
It's got big stabbies.
His design's fun. More Satan things.
This is what happens when Beedrill uses its stinger.
Yeah.
Just leaks honey.
I'm just gonna have him like dissolving into his own thing of honey.
It is the bee nightmare. You have summoned me forth from the honey.
Do bees dream of electric beehives?
What does Comby dream of? For it is a comb and a bee. Is it the comb or is it the bee? It does not know, for it must scream.
Oops.
It's like, what's the one that's like the croc man? Is he a man or is he a croc?
Ah! What the fuck? What did I click? Fuck you.
Head empty. Eat.
There's so many open things. I hate art. Leaving art forever. No more art.
I wonder if I missed closing off a line somewhere. Fill tool.
Shut the fuck up!
All of China is now a new color. Well...
All of China is selected.
You just use the fill tool, like, the screen turns blue, your computer is blue, all of China is blue.
Yep.
I always like that meme where, like, you go to, like, move something at the mouse, and the mouse just, like, leaves the monitor.
That was an SCP! There was an SCP where you could get the mouse out of the monitor, and you could actually do stuff that you could do on the computer.
Cut and copy.
I was thinking, I sure like creepy Pokemon. I wish there was more creepy Pokemon. That's SCP. Some people might argue it's Yokai Watch. Yeah, considering Yokai Watch is like, yes, play my damn music, you little shit.
You've been listening for more than a couple minutes.
I've been listening for 49 minutes. Fuck you. Shut the fuck up and play my damn music.
But yeah, Yokai Watch.
Yokai Watch, for like, considering it's like literally yokai and stuff, like it is very not spooky.
Yeah, it's very, it's very child friendly.
It's tame, yeah. It's for babies. I mean, it's tamer than OG Pokemon.
I mean, it's also kind of funny too, because like it literally in Yokai Watch showed the gachapon mechanic, like of how to get the ghosts. It's like, ooh, okay, that's a little on the nose.
You can bring them over to you in the game, though.
Mm-hmm.
Not that bad.
I feel like that's one of those things that, like, if it was an MMO or like a mobile game, it would have totally just been constant gachapon.
It took off a little bit, but it never got as big as Pokemon.
Mm-hmm. I don't think
anything physically can. Pokemon's like Mario, it's just here to stay forever, I guess.
Yep. It's part of the universe now. Like, I wonder about some of those things. Is like, what will be a fundamental gaming constant? Like, I think honestly, Dead Space is starting to bring itself to be that.
I don't think so.
I think like
I don't even think it's that old yet. I don't think it's shown the test of time the way Silent Hill has.
I mean, it's already over 10 years old.
Yeah, but how old is Silent Hill? I don't consider 10 years old enough to be a tentpole in gaming as a whole.
I think like the design.
I think you need to get into like your 30s almost.
I think too we don't quite follow the passage of time because like it was back on the 360.
Yeah, that's not that old. Not in my opinion. Not enough to like last like. Portal was on the 360, and I think it has a bigger influence than Dead Space.
I think so many things have started doing that kind of like, and especially like I hate to put it this way, but the jump scare horror, so like stuff coming out of the walls, and then you have to do the quick time and stuff like that. That was like the epitome of that.
Never liked that.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I think Undertale will stand the test of time.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
But you also have to realize, like, horror games are still a, like, subgenre of subgenre, and a lot of them do not necessarily break out. I think Dead Space is known, but I don't think it had enough, like, a good enough run to really stay in their minds, like, 10, 20 years later, besides it's like, yeah, that was a good game.
I think it depends, like, I think what will really make or break that, since the remake has done so well, they're gonna remake 2. And depending on how they do with 2, I think will really cement or break that. Because 2 was arguably better in every way than 1 for Dead Space. And
yet some people didn't like it as much. I always thought that was odd.
Yeah. But, like, I think that will make or break it, because if 2 does well, everybody will really go, oh yeah, 2 was way better, and 2 was, been around forever, and blah, blah, blah. So I think that will really affect things.
I actually don't even think Dead Space was as big as they thought it was going to be at the time, because remember, they made, like, a whole movie and comic book.
They made...
But it really wasn't as big as it, like, they wanted it to be. So even at the time, it kind of didn't live up to its expectation, because it didn't make all the money forever.
Yeah, it was one of the first where they wanted it to be a multimedia franchise.
Yeah, and it didn't.
And then 3 just fucking hard killed it.
But it didn't work with the first one either. Like, the comics dropped out, the movie didn't do good, like...
I think
it didn't even make its first one for that.
Part of it, when they wanted it to be a multimedia franchise, they also picked really esoteric stuff to do that with. Because, like, the one anime that they went with was done by the Aeon Flux guys. So it was a really jank-looking thing to begin with. So it had, like, the weird bodies and stuff like that. So they made weird choices, and then they did 3. So it kind of shot itself...
I don't know, man. Silent Hill is technically a multimedia franchise, and even it's not all that big in the public consciousness.
Yeah.
If you talk to, like, gamers today, they might not even know what that is.
It's interesting to look at, like, how small things or single mistakes can just erase something. Because, like, Silent Hill was around for a long time. Did arguably pretty well, especially 2. And then they... I
mean, Silent Hill didn't even actually do... Because horror games don't do that well.
Well, it's not all
like,
the money.
It did good for a horror game.
Yeah.
As someone who's, like, in this subgenre is like, we don't do that good.
It's not infinite money, but it's still, it's good money. And then, with doing a complete change... Because this was during the same time frame as Resident Evil doing it,
Resident Evil did well, though, but because that's, like, more of a genre thing. Like, you can shoot and have action things with Resident Evil, more or less. A little bit more than you can Silent Hill, where you're supposed to be small and pathetic.
Well, I was thinking more of both of those franchises went away from their original roots and went with a more action-y style game, and both of those franchises nearly killed themselves because of it.
Silent Hill did it much later, though.
I would have to look that up. I'm not sure if Resident Evil 5 and 6, what time frame they were compared to Silent Hill.
It was that period,
Homecoming?
Homecoming.
So I think, because they were both on the same console generation, so it would have been around the same time frame.
But Resident Evil has also always been bigger than Silent Hill.
It has.
Because, again, it's just, like, it's more viable. It's less... weird and symbolic and esoteric. Like, zombies make sense.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it gets pretty silly, but the basic concept is, scary zombies, shoot the zombies. Virus, But Silent Hill, it's like, it's a cult in a tiny town.
Yeah.
Well, what did they want to do? Like, how make God? How are they going to do that? Something to do with this girl. Well, why is that guy here? He killed his wife. Well, why does he have to do with it? Nothing, really. Well, why is it not the sequel, then? Why is this guy stuck in his room?
Look, this whole town is about...
Does 2 follow 1? 3 follows 1? What?
This whole town is about suffering and your place in it.
Yeah, but that's a very abstract thing to say to people who want to shoot a gun.
But like, you know, Resident Evil was...
That's good for people like me. That's not good for like the basic gaming public. You can't go like, this is a terrifying exploration of sadness and loss and self-hatred, and then they're like, can I shoot things?
Yeah, well, I could say the same thing for that Forspoken one that just came out. And
well, now people are weird, and like, there's a larger gamer public. So.
Oh no, Forspoken was the isekai that was terrible.
Well, yeah.
Like, if I just let, like, you know, Resident Evil was a survival horror game, and then they decided that they wanted it to be an action shooty game, and it bombed because they went away from what made the series. And then Silent Hill did the same with, you know, Homecoming and stuff, where they wanted it to be a more action-y game. But
Resident Evil kind of survived that for a good while.
They did.
It still kept the story going. No one likes those games. But they kept going.
But the distance between, like, so Resident Evil, when they did the action-y game, they died for a long time until they made 7. And then Silent Hill...
I don't know, they were kind of still making games in the meantime, they just weren't good.
The gap between 6 and 7 was pretty massive.
I don't know, not as massive as Silent Hill, though.
No, but that's also because after they did the fuck-up with Silent Hill, they also got rid of Kojima. Because Konami...
I'm just saying, like, if you're doing horror things, Silent Hill might be a big name, but it never really did all that well. Yume Nikki's a big name, and it didn't make money until recently. But Yume Nikki is just, you know, a indie game. Back during the PlayStation and PlayStation 2 era, the thing was, like, the price to produce games, like, you could really only do so much. So it was way easier to greenlight weirder games like Silent Hill to hit a more niche market. And gaming hadn't necessarily set down what made money yet as much as it has today. Though today it's kind of gone back. Like, you can have a Fortnite and you can have a shooter, but like, you can still make money off of little games.
Let's see. So it went...
Resident Evil also had the, I'm booked at least for the rest of the week, and you might have to fight Dice Bard for the next slot.
Okay, so it was 6 years between games.
Okay.
When they did an action game, and then...
But they also had movies in the meantime.
And then, let's see, Silent Hill.
So Resident Evil never entirely really went away.
Let's see, Resident Evil... So the action game that did bad was then... So, let's see, Silent Hill. Let's see, so Silent Hill... was a bit earlier on. That's funny. Yeah, actually, Silent Hill Homecoming, same year that the action game for Resident Evil was.
Yeah, but again, like, Resident Evil had a shit ton of remakes as well.
Yeah.
So I still think Resident Evil was way more in the public eye. Silent Hill didn't get any remakes until that shitty collection they put out a few years ago.
Yeah, 2012. That's, so they did the shitty action game, which pretty much killed it. They did a HD collection in 2012, and they have done nothing since because they fucking shot themselves.
Yeah. Silent Hill has just been like, once Homecoming didn't do anything, they didn't do anything until that HD collection.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think the movie came out in the meantime. But also, like, when they did the HD collection, they also put out 2 other games and shot themselves in the damn foot.
Yeah,
like, I think they're gonna do this time as well.
Yeah, that's on the timeline. It's like huge gap, and now it's like remake and the other one announced. Yeah, it'll probably be like, that's not a real time window for her questions being open, so it'll probably be next week.
I'm very popular. I can't help it.
She's got.
I guess I should start making like a waiting list. I don't like that though, because sometimes I can't even get to people.
Yeah, but it'll probably just be like probably next week. But yeah, just just ask basically.
Fight Dice Bard. That's my suggestion.
Assert your dominance over the bard. He's a bard.
Punch him. I love horror games.
Yeah, horror games are our favorite.
There are a lot of horror games that are just like haunted house simulators where you just walk through them that are pretty good. I recently played Dedication, which was a what was it? It's Taiwanese, and it actually got taken off because it made a not so nice hidden post about the Chinese president. So you have to like buy it off of their website now because Steam won't let them back up there. They also did Detention, which is another like fairly walkable one, which was also pretty good.
Yeah, I think VR will be a great thing for horror.
I would love to do Devotion in VR because Devotion's VR is like its shots are just so gorgeous.
One of the things I really have enjoyed, I was thinking about that last night because you were talking about how like Power Wash Simulator in VR would be fun. I think it would also be exhausting.
Yeah.
Not meant. Oh.
No, just punch him. Just punch him. Just punch Dice Bard.
Just remember, Dice Bard's a bard. It's right there in the name.
Yeah, just punch his ass.
You know how you deal with a bard? Get up in their grill. Easy.
Kick his ass. No, in real life. Just punch him. No one can stop you. Just punch him.
We do not advocate for violence on
I
the internet.
advocate for violence.
In Minecraft.
In Minecraft. In real life.
I love that that's become like a meme. It's like, you need to go die in Minecraft.
Go commit Minecraft.
Oof. Go commit my guy.
Paul, it's the Amari music. Amari's a good horror game if you're not good with horror games. Because there's no jump scares, really.
Mm-hmm. It's an RPG
and
Maker sadness game.
So fucking well written. And besides, most of it is like an RPG game, so with emotions. You know them there emotions? My sprite is based off of the Amari sprites, though modded a little bit.
I like that.
It's got good sprite work. Very cute.
Emotions in it are literally a stats modifier.
Yeah, that's the afflictions or stat buffs are all related to emotions. Every emotion is both a stat buff and an affliction. And you can both give them to your teammates and to your enemies. It's great. Like, it is actually a fairly, like, deep, like, turn-based RPG game as far as, like, actual mechanics go. And there's a ton of, like, little hidden secrets and stuff you can do. It's great. However, you can just, like, totally miss some areas. If you don't do the Hikikomori route where you never leave, you never get to see the ice area. And you can just totally miss the desert. Or the dessert. It is both. That did kind of bug me. That's really my own complaint, though.
Yeah. I mean, I understand that. That does make for a good game. Like, that way, the more you play it and the more you do different stuff, you'll have new things to see.
Though at that point, you realize that world is, like, you know, fake. So, do you want to spend more time there?
Oof. Your birthday's on Christmas?
Oof.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Celebrate your unbirthday in the middle of the year instead.
Yeah, just pick another day. This is not my birthday. We're gonna celebrate it.
That's what I'd do.
That's
my birthday's on Thanksgiving.
That's how we planned our anniversary.
All of our birthdays are on American holidays.
I mean, that's why we planned. You know, that's how we planned our anniversary. We got ours for Halloween, so that's our anniversary. So we get to have a fun time. We can get to go out in silly costumes or buy ourselves a bunch of candy. And
usually we just stay in the house and nap.
Because that's our holiday. Because we like spooky shit.
A very merry unbirthday, which sounds like a threat. Like, it sounds... An unbirthday sounds like you die to me. Is that just me?
It's not your birthday, so you just die.
So you just die. Your birthday is when you're born, so your unbirthday is when you die.
Yeah, so you're just bouncing.
It's kind of haunting when you think about it.
Let's see.
What are you looking up?
Remember you saw that one thing that was like there was a Japanese horror movie? Okay, apparently I have a phone call. at like 8 o'clock at night. Probably spam. Hello? Oh, hi, what's up?
My husband is having serious business.
Okay, yeah, sure, sounds fine. Alrighty.
Was it work?
Yeah, just an hour early.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't really affect anything. Just get a couple extra hours. That means I'll... Indeed.
Is this working? Yes! Yay! That was such a good movie. I can't rewatch it.
Oh, there it is. Cube is a 2021 Japanese science fiction remake of the...
Oh, I want to see Japanese Cube!
Yeah.
Ah!
I was looking it up to see if it, like, said where it's on. I was wondering if it was just, like... It was released in... No, it was released for Halloween on 2021 in Japan.
Man! I love Cube. This is one of my favorite horror movies.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Saw, but sci-fi. And horrific.
I wonder if it'll be on, like, Netflix or something. Because it doesn't even say that it's up anywhere.
I don't know, man. Shiver tends to get the horror movies these days.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta go to bed earlier then.
A little bit. I'll actually go ahead and change my alarm.
You May Nikki might be a good horror game if you haven't played horror games, but you might want to use a guide. Because nothing can hurt you in that.
Yeah, I'll have to look and see if it's on Netflix, because it might be.
I don't think so. I think it would have been suggested to us.
Yeah, definitely. With our usual viewing.
You might be able to buy it off of YouTube.
Better change my alarm before I forget.
Undertale, the biggest horror game. I would dig a Pokemon horror game. I'd go for that. I'd buy it right the fuck up. Why not? Horror games are popular with kids. Look at Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, right.
Kids love horror games.
What kind of thing would it be, though? Like,
Giratina. Or
like,
Darkrai.
Would it be, like, gathering Pokemon to deal with scary stuff, or...
It'd probably be a stealth one. They probably wouldn't want violence.
You know, like...
Be super cool if they just completely owned up to the creepypasta factor and, like, did one, like, a Pokemon, like, a modded game. Like, that would be so fun.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be... Because, like, I noticed, especially in, like, Sun and Moon, they're like, you know, the creepy Pokemon shit gets us views on YouTube, so, let's make a bunch of them. And they kind of leaned into that more, especially with like Mimikyu and stuff. So I feel like they could pull that off if they felt like it.
Mm-hmm. Distortion world, yeah. So you could do it like an open world, like Arceus, but like scarier.
I don't really want an open world horror game.
Well, they seem to want open world.
He's dying! How could you do this?
I'm melting.
How could I, the artist, do this?
We.
Oh yeah, just like flipping around the screens and stuff. That would, yeah. That would do some folks in.
Oh, gravity works.
There were some fun games with like that have really dealt with that, like gravity being like, hey, you know what, gravity's this wall now instead of like up or down. And that was a lot of fun, but like wrapping your brain around that shit hurt. That was oh man, what was the one game that I played? The Astronomicon or whatever. Astroneer, yeah. Once you start getting deeper and deeper into the planet, like you're getting closer and closer to the core of the planet, so gravity starts getting wibbly. And eventually, like, you get to a point where if you're at a certain spot and you jump, you'll go up and then 180 and fly in a different direction because you pass that plane of gravity and get sucked down in a different way.
He's melting. Yeah. Nice. All right. You know what time it is?
Creature.
What do we give the creature?
Whatever the electric stone thing is.
Oh, you want him to evolve?
No, that's why he's looking shocked Pikachu face.
I believe it's green with the lightning bolts in it.
He's looking into the rock like, myth.
Me. You don't wanna. No.
He's had the rock offered to him, like, you should evolve, and he is like, none.
If you play, the Hello Pikachu and Hello Eevee, if you give them a stone to evolve, they'll get pissy at you.
By the way, you.
Yes.
Hey.
Alright. Did we do the AG Slash and Jirachi?
Mm.
No, because I did the Honchkrow and Wheezing. Oh, I should stretch, yes. I've actually been having a bit of a cramp in my side recently.
For reasons that will not be discussed on stream. Hey.
The other Giratina one is so simple, I really should have done that one. I just pushed myself for no damn reason.
That's fun. That is literally the whole point for doing this kind of stuff.
No one cares.
You don't care. It is art stretching.
Not.
This is literally you working out as an artist on stream.
That's true. Jirachi.
And another porn bot.
Oh! That one I do like. They are. I just got them today!
That one looks like it ripped the soul out of the sword.
I got him today, and Paul got him,
Oh man.
candies. I like this. This is cool.
Like I said, it looks like it ripped the soul, like it was stabbed with the sword, and now it is like possessed by the souls.
It does, actually, yeah.
I like the void eyes too.
Yeah. Kind of want it to have the sword going through it, but then you lose that eye.
Well, you could have the eye, like, you could still have the eye, but the sword is through it.
Yeah.
Especially if you have the sword upright, so it looks like the sword is the pupil.
I thought all my Pokemon just come out creepy. The last time I had a few cute ones, and I had, like, Slowpoke Homer. That was fun. I think it's possession.
Yeah, I'd say it looks like it.
I don't know if I'll do the floaty eyes. He will be happy to see you, though. He's gonna grant your wish. Oh, I should do him, like, hanging. Like, from the sword. Now that would be cool, because he's, like, floating.
Yeah,
but he's like hanging all limp from the sword inside of him.
Mm-hmm.
There was a Pokemon when they did those beta leaks that I really liked. It was like one of those grass dolls you pound into trees in Japanese like folklore for curses and stuff.
Ah.
And it didn't make it through, and I was so sad because that's super cute. And that was for gold and silver, so it would have been extra cool because that's when you could like bang on trees with headbutt. And I was like, I bet you could have got those guys with headbutt.
Yeah, like you headbutt the doll off of the tree.
It just looked so creepy. I loved it, and then it evolved into like this one of those Chinese style vampires, but also a panda.
Oh, the Jangshis?
Yeah.
Yeah. It would just be like a panda hopping after you.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. Like, I love that. I even ended up drawing it at the time. Because I just dug it so much.
That would be a lot of fun.
I don't know, having a little possessed doll is just so cool.
Huh. You know how everybody on Tumblr's doing the polls? There's one for poorest little meow meow. And it's Vriska and that detective guy from Disco Elysium.
Oh, it's gonna be him.
It's 50% for both.
Oh no, it's gonna be him.
It's dead set. There's
he
16
is
hours
the poorest of little meow meows.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
100. You sounded like Sans when you left. No, his body should be further up because he's hanging. I always was disappointed by Bayonet. I always thought he didn't look enough like a doll. Maybe that's just me, though. He looks like a little clown doll, I guess, but he doesn't really look like a doll. As someone who really likes dolls, I was disappointed.
Trying to think of like what would be a nice, like, honestly, like a ball joint doll.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, especially with like the
or a ceramic doll. I always like ceramic dolls.
You know, like the teacup one where it's the liquid and it becomes the teacup and then the teapot. A ceramic doll as like a final form of it with the tea, like you could see like eyes and the liquid between the joints of the doll would be so fun.
Yeah, Bayonet always just disappointed me, and then they made its evolution, and I guess it had a bit more of a color palette, which was nice. But it still disappointed me. Because when you look at it, it's just kind of boring looking. But that's just my opinion. If people like Bayonet, you know, obviously, like, go off. Do your shit. I like Mimikyu. A lot of people don't like Mimikyu. Even though he's the best Pokemon there is. Hundo. Actually, wait. I want to do this in like a crayon. Before I switched over, I actually had one saved as good crayon. Because it was the good crayon.
Is it the best crayon? Mimikyu is best, baby.
Mimikyu is the bestest of babies. He got a rap when he came out. And it was sad, and he's adorable.
Yeah.
I know, he was surprisingly hard to catch. Yeah, I kept working through that place until I caught one. I did not care.
It's true.
Why would I? Fuck that. I want him.
Mimikyu.
And I don't work to catch any Pokemon, because I'm like a fairly casual Pokemon fan. I don't get 100%, I don't shiny hunt, I just play through the game, enjoy it, and I'm done. So for me to actually put effort into getting a Pokemon was fucking serious business.
Honestly, Mimikyu to me is always going to be like this little cute critter that I just want to like give head pats.
Literally, before the game came out, I made a bunch of Mimikyu dolls. I made like 2. I don't think I have any ones I handmade anymore. Now I just have an official one because I sold them all off.
People liked them. Again, I will state, the customer liked the stuff you did.
Well, Mimikyu's supposed to look kind of shitty, so that's understandable. In fact, the real dolls are not enough, like, too high quality in my opinion. I have a Mimikyu doll, and I have a Mimikyu little vinyl figure, and I have a little Mimikyu, model kit I got. I just love them. I have another little plushie one that's a keychain. He's my favorite.
See, that would be one of those things, once again, if you could have, like, a Pokemon pet sim.
Oh, I would want a Mimikyu.
You would just have a Mimikyu.
I look like someone else, but I'm just me. But because of how I look, I'm quite lonely. So cute. Dude, if I had a Mimikyu, I would make it little outfits all the damn time. It's like, what do you want to be today, Mimikyu? Let's go! Let's go, girl!
You would just dress it up as different things. It'd be fun.
I'd be sewing it something new every damn day.
Hey.
I'd get like a Roton and put him in a sewing machine.
That would actually be really cute.
Yes, I always wanted a Roton sewing machine. That's what I'd do with it.
You would. Yeah, Mimikyu owned by a rich person who cosplays. That would just be you. That would be exactly what you would do. You just hear clanking noises and you walk in, there's Mimikyu like, waiting for a new costume and it's just clanking the sewing machine like an empty dish.
Mother!
The Rotom within it is not happy.
Mother! I require new clothes.
Mother, it is a...
He doesn't like one, he just puts it on and flops on the floor like a cat. I'm like, what's the problem? And he can't speak people.
Just see somebody like going down the street and they've got their leash attached to like a Mimikyu that's just like dragging along the ground.
Maggie, it's time for what?
Just go. It's like he's in his walking costume and it's like leather so it slides on the concrete. Little shit. Little shit Mimikyu is fucking perfect.
I love him. I love my baby and my baby loves me.
I saw somebody did one, it was like a Wobbuffet and something, so it was just like a face going with the hands up.
When I did the original PokeFusions, I did one and I got coughing and Eevee and it was effing. So I do it going
Zooms out to the Pokemon world and you see a giant letter F going up.
Yeah. That was the best one I've gotten. Let me grant your wish.
Hello there. Do you have a wish for me?
What's your wish? I want Vaporeon to be fuckable. No!
Too late. I've seen E621. I
do not get the. I kind of get the Giratina or whoever it is. Not Giratina. Glady. The one that's brain.
Yeah, the psychic one.
Yeah, but I don't really get Vaporeon. I don't really want to fuck a tiny fox thing. I don't really get them when they don't look like people. I'm a monster fucker, but I'm not that bad.
I don't know. I think it stems from like a meme or something because it said it's got like body temperature. But like, I don't understand that one.
You could fuck a muck and probably get the same thing.
Like the Lopunny, at least. Like that was made by a furry. And Lucario.
I don't get the Lucario. Is it just because it looks like a dog?
Yes. Is Pumby.
He just looks like Goofy. I always name him Goofy.
Furry.
You want to fuck Goofy?
Furry. Yeah. Well, somebody did.
Well, yeah.
Goofy yucks. Suffer.
No, he reproduces through budding.
But like, yeah.
No Disney character actively fucks.
It's just like furries are super into Lucario.
I don't get it. He's got a pointy thing on him chest. You gotta hug him. You're gonna die.
So does the psychic plant.
At least that one's like rounded off. He has a literal spike on his chest. You go to fuck him every time you're just bang, 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 right into that. You're gonna die.
Well, that's why he's gotta be a bottom. Assigned bottom at genetics.
He's just like dogs, that's it.
His mega evolution.
You could be fucking weird. Mewtwo!
Hey. No, you want Mewtwo to fuck you.
Yes. And then the eye will be the slit the sword's going through. The pupil part.
Yeah.
Yes. Now I gotta draw a sword. I regret this already. I mean, we're not furries, we're monster fuckers, but... I mean, people are like, why do you want to fuck anyone from Little Nightmares? Sad man. Man sad and giant.
Sad
Woman
man.
eat me.
You need to feel down. I said, sad man.
Yes.
I'm going to make you look like a clown.
Yeah.
Lady singing it at him.
Next time I have some time off from commissions, I am gonna try to do that, like, where she's on top of him and she looks behind her and his dick's on her butt. And she's just like, oh god, this is not gonna fit. But then she's like, I'm gonna try it. He's like, no!
I'm in danger. Anyways.
If I die, I die.
Lady, I died like I live. Horny?
Yes.
Ma'am, I think you have ribs. Not after you're done.
Why you say these things?
Look, Lady is thirst incarnate. There's
By the way I draw her, yes.
There is not going to be anything smart coming out of that mouth.
Some dick coming out of that mouth.
It comes in that mouth. Oh.
Pikachu's just up there in the corner being pissed.
I think Pikachu is just a fucking Angie face generator.
I love it when, like, in the first few seasons, he was a little shit.
Hey.
Remember when Team Rocket's Meowth didn't die and he was like, fuck, it snapped.
Hey.
Little fucker didn't die. He watched him almost drown.
He was hoping for the best. He's honestly probably just like looking around to see if anyone would notice him, taser him a couple times just to make sure.
Or when everyone was upset that Ash was leaving Pokemon, I was like, I don't care. But then I was like, Team Rocket! No!
Alright.
They're all I care about. They're the best.
Around.
Yeah.
Hey.
Best team.
Honestly, I feel like Team Rocket are probably immortal at this point. They'll probably just keep on heckling people.
That was back when they actually tried to do their job. They don't even care no more.
Hey. Honestly, half the time they're just like wandering around doing stuff and they just come across shit.
They spent Sun and Moon a whole season just living in the forest with a fucking bear like it didn't fucking matter.
That's fine.
Just like, I guess we're with the bear now.
Alright. You gonna tell the bear no?
They can't, he's very big.
Hey.
It was whatever the evolved form of a Stuffle is. Bearful?
Eh? Which bear?
The big pink one. The big break you with a hug one.
Oh, yeah. I can't for the life of me remember the name of that bear right
I don't
now.
fucking know.
Yeah.
I do not remember names except for like 5 Pokemon besides the first like 100.
Yeah.
Because I was a child when that came out, so it was important to me. Now I'm an adult, and I have better things to forget.
Hey.
Beware, that's it. The punny name. Were you searching it?
I was.
Ah, loser.
I was trying to remember what the name of it was. Now I'm just looking at news stuff. You know how I do's. I read
That is a good name, though.
Yeah.
Whoever came up with that one.
Hey. Beware. I like the bear that gives you crushing defeat.
I like Stuffle, who doesn't want to be touched.
That's fair.
I named it Don't Touch Me, I'm Scared.
Hey.
Plus he had a little tag, which was cute. Do you think it became so, like, affectionate physical-wise because everyone was touching it as a kid and now it has trauma and doesn't know how to socially interact?
It doesn't know what is and isn't okay.
Nothing is okay. Should force Doom to play Undertale.
Heh.
That'd be funny. I guess it has squared off hands. Ah, I forgot to push hashtag Pokemon on my post.
Oh well.
I'm bad at hashtags.
Mm-hmm.
I'm bad at the internet. Help.
Hey. It's okay, the internet's bad at everyone.
That's true. Apparently mobile Twitch sucks ass.
It do. Hit. Yeah, mobile Twitch, like, it is so bad that was one of the things they stated as goals for this year was to make mobile Twitch suck less. Like, how bad is your thing? Like, it doesn't even have to do anything. Just have it pretend to be a fucking web browser and move on.
Yes.
Ah, I believe they said drunk.
Oh, I have no drink.
Ah, you need drunk?
Yes.
I acquired drunk. I will be right back with drunk. But yeah, like, that's one of their stated goals this year is, well, we acknowledge that it's not where we want it to be, so we're gonna make it better this year.
Gee.
Gee. People complain about it for years. But it's really, like, it buffers, like, no tomorrow for no real reason.
Ah. He's so adorable.
Yeah, it's kind of like with, like the YouTube app is just not very good. Oh, we actually have a filter pitcher. So, here's your deck quickly. We actually have a filter pitcher and we have a soda stream. So we make our own fizzy. Saves us lemonades.
Yeah. Because we're not buying bottled water, that's a lot of waste.
Yeah.
And a filter's cheaper. Yeah. Sorry about that.
What?
In some places, I guess you still gotta buy bottled.
Yeah.
But we try not to if we don't have to.
Yeah, some places their water is just not good. Yeah, some places too, since they have such hard water, and there's so much mineral in it, it's like there's such a massive difference in water, like from place to place, like from like going down to Texas and stuff.
Oh, if you're in West Virginia, they'll be just above us. You can go to the Mothman Museum. Country roads.
Yeah, I'm actually from Texas myself.
Mothman. There's no need to feel down. I said, Mothman.
Please put that man on the ground.
I always wanted to go to that. It's like a 2-hour train ride or something.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to like get a hotel super early.
Yeah, the down in Texas, the water like literally feels different on you. It's so weird because they have hard water there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh boy, great! I have just cleaned myself. I do not feel clean.
Well, you'll never be clean, don't you know, Paul? It's okay that you're gay, but God still.
God will never forgive me.
God will never forgive you. Thank you.
Oh man,
I still think of that.
Colorado. Way out.
Colorado, I think, is where my sister lives, and it's really cheap out there.
Mm.
I think that's probably where we'll move or something if we move. Either that or North Dakota.
Somewhere westerly.
Yeah, somewhere it's cold.
North Dakota is very cold.
Yeah. I guess we could move to West Virginia. I don't know how their internet is.
Yeah, it is a bit of a consideration. Wherever we go, we have to have at least decent internet.
We've been saving up money, and that's one of our goals if we, you know, get fairly good, like enough money to consider moving.
And we want to move somewhere westerly where it's a bit cheaper, because Virginia is kind of expensive.
Yeah, we live in Virginia where it's more military, and that drives all the prices up.
Yeah. Apparently there may soon be a collapse of the egg market. You know,
Well,
like,
yeah!
because like how egg prices
No
have
shit.
been greedflationing, and like no one's buying eggs now.
Duh.
Attraction part called the North Pole of Castle. Hey.
I know that place! I listened to about it on Defunct Land.
Yeah. Yeah, there's like around us. It's really like Virginia Beach, like the actual beach, and then like Myrtle
Gardens.
Beach down there in North Carolina, and Busch Gardens. Yeah.
Busch Gardens and King's Dominion are still fairly popular.
Yeah. King's Dominion is so much farther to go though. I mean, even Busch Gardens is still like a 40-minute to an hour drive, depending on luck.
Yeah, one of the things I was considering if he got a higher position at the place where I work once a week was potentially getting another job, and one of the ones I considered for a bit was like a caricature artist at Busch Gardens, but it would just be too far to go.
Yeah. Because like unless we moved up there, which is
Yeah.
even more expensive up
Yeah,
north.
fuck that noise.
It's just like it's because that area, like around the Busch Gardens area, is right near the military base and stuff. So all that stuff there is just expensive as fuck. Well, thank y'all. I got a good score on that Goddish thing.
Basically, they have a booth set up, and people come and pay you to draw things. So you I don't know if you get hour pay there, come to think of it.
I think it's hourly and then tips.
Yeah,
Because you're just considered like a regular employee.
yeah. It would also be very hot.
Mm-hmm.
It gets very hot here.
Especially during the summer, you'd be out
Yeah.
out in the mug. Eh. I couldn't like. I have a lot of respect for the people that work at Busch Gardens, especially during the summers here in Virginia, where you are just fucking boiling alive outside.
I can barely even stand to go to the parks, much less have to work there, so.
It's like, ah, cool, yeah, it's only 90 degrees out. Unfortunately, it's like 80% humidity, so the
Yeah.
heat index is 110. Suffer. Your sweat does nothing anymore.
Yeah.
Nice. That came out really heinous. I love it.
It's not done yet. I gotta do the sword part. These seem to be going a little slower though, so I may not get as many done as I did last time.
Well, you did.
But they're looking nicer, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say you did a lot of detailing on these too.
I always want to do the crayon look, but I feel like I never like get it 100.
The artist's curse.
Yeah, you get really into what you have. Like, some people can make their stuff look so soft and crayon-y. And I just never seem to reach that.
I don't know if you saw it.
I could probably look up tutorials, but I'm a little lazy, and I don't do it too often.
I saw
just
it.
when I feel like I need to do that as effect for something.
I saw on Twitter for a little bit there. Somebody has put out a free model that you can play around with on VTube Studio.
Huh.
That looks like the Omari characters.
I saw that because OmoCat retweeted it.
Yeah. So it was like, it looks pretty solid.
Yeah, it was really cool. Though, if I ever did a VTuber, I'd want to do it like 100% my own creation, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
At least like design it, if not rig it, because I don't know if I could do that.
Would you do like a polygonal, like PS2 looking one?
Ideally, I would. That's what I want, because I want a 3D model to begin with, so I can do like hand tracking and things.
Well, like 2D models can still do hand tracking.
Yeah, but it looks so stiff and weird. I don't care for it. That is actually one thing I have a real problem with most VR models, is they just seem so stiff, because you can only do that one pose looking directly at the viewer, and it always seems so painfully, like, as an artist, I'm always like, that's kind of why I like PNG tubers again too, because they just come off less stiff.
Well, they come out like a stylized.
Like, my character would be staring straight at the screen. It wouldn't be in this nice slouched position I have.
Yeah.
Because that's how I draw. I lean to the side.
She do.
It's bad for my back. But should also do some glow around the eyes.
Yeah, I could see. I mean, like, I've seen some of the newer models and stuff.
Yeah, they're getting better, but right now they're just not up to what I'd like as... Yeah. I mean, like, the art looks great, but they all just have that perfectly stand straight up, feet together, symmetrical, body setup, and I don't care for it much, honestly.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I think that's...
And if I'm gonna have something, I want it to be how I want it, obviously.
Yeah, it's a software limitation. It really is.
Yeah, I don't blame anyone for it, and I'm not like, they have a bad VTuber. Yeah. No, I think all the VTubers people make are fucking gorgeous.
They are.
It's just not my style. You can have something, like, I like doing comics and stuff, so my aesthetic is a little sillier and looser than that.
Oh, now you're gonna have a JoJo VTuber.
And some of them can do the poses and stuff. And if you do like Melissa and they don't show that much on the stream, like you only see the top and she's always behind a book, it comes off fairly well. But like, just like, oh, look at my VTuber, and it's like they can only like shimmy side to side, it always looks painful to me.
Yeah, that's why I like that the one Goblin chick, because she did a lot of dynamic.
Yeah, and she's very talented, and it takes a lot of talent to do that. Because they're pushing what is a basic software limitation. So no one's worse or better for not being able to pass that software limitation.
Yeah, a Goblin chick that I ended up following through Melissa. They're not currently live. Let me see. Honey Goblin.
Honey Goblin.
That's the one. Yeah, so Honey Goblin on Twitch.
Yeah, sure, her tuber is very well done.
Yeah, she's got like a little short goblin avatar, and she did her own rigging, and she gave it very dynamic motion and movement abilities, and it really shows. It's super nice. The facial expressions and stuff like that are really good, and it has a lot of like bounce and movement. It doesn't feel nearly as stiff. Hey. He. Tell me your wish.
That works better, yeah. I was just having trouble. I'm not good at text. That's better.
Yeah, I think that came out much better. It doesn't necessarily imply that they'll actually grant it. They just want to know.
Oh, they'll
you.
grant it, all right.
They're gonna monkey paw you. Congrats, dodgeball of fate, motherfucker.
Someone found out about the Toby Fox Yume Nikki creator interview from my post. And I was like, haha, I am the supernatural meme.
You are. I mean, to be fair, that's a fun thing to be. I meant the top come out weird. I like
Yeah, I think it's too dirty. They'll have to work the way it is. Alright. Know what time it is. Creature. What does the Pikachu get? Him already grumpy. You know what he could use? A friend.
Pokedo.
A hat! Yes!
See, I was thinking the red hat, like Ash's hat, but backwards. Yeah, because Ash always puts his hat backwards when he's gonna go fight. He.
Got a Pokeball. It's the one of those ones you choke on from the Burger King kids meal. Alright. We did Mudkip, Ceruledge. Yeah, we couldn't do that one.
He.
Da-da-da. We did Mimikyu Gardevoir?
I don't think so.
Did I already do a red ace up here? No, then we're good. I may not get to everyone this time, because I don't know how long this one's gonna go. But everyone who put up one will probably get it eventually. Maybe. Yep. I don't know. You guys already paid for a request, so this is for fun.
We've been going through a pretty good clip, though.
Ooh. Oh, that's a hard choice.
Ooh, probably the one on the left.
Oh no! These, I'm gonna put them both up. They're so cute. They're both cute, and I don't know which one to do.
Oh man, that is a hard choice.
Okay, so we have like Maiden, Dead Pikachu.
Yeah, Regal Lady.
Yeah, and we have this thing.
Mimikyu trying its best to make a pretty lady. I think Mimikyu trying its best to make a pretty lady is kind of funny.
I like this. I think I'll do this one, because that one fits my aesthetic.
The Regal Lady.
Yeah. I'm gonna put her like in a veil. But goddamn, if that other one ain't cute though. It's so cute. Look at it. Look at it.
Like I said, Mimikyu.
It's a little baby.
Mimikyu is doing its best to make pretty lady outfit.
Yeah, I definitely just put in like Mimikyu as the first one and then just went through.
Look, Mimikyu is a budding artist.
Boobs.
Mimikyu is a budding artist doing its best to imitate these other styles. Whereas that one looks like Mimikyu is like, oh, that looks like nice fabric, and cut the hanging body down from the tree.
Yes. There's something behind you.
Like, that's what that looks like. It looks like Mimikyu is like, oh, that's nice fabric, and cut down a lady that hung herself on her wedding day.
Yes. My costume is so realistic. I made it by my own. I'm quite artistic.
See, like I said, Mimikyu is just like, oh, that's nice fabric. Because Mimikyu knows that it would not have access to silk very often. And that looks like good silk. So cut it down. Let a boy drink.
You need drink.
I'm out of my drink. You're out of your pants.
I don't wear pants.
It's true.
I guess, technically. We don't know how big Mimikyu is, like, under there.
As far as we know,
We don't know if, like the only reason his costume's so small is because that's all he can make, or if he just fills up the size he comes in. Who knows?
Yeah.
And you can never know.
As far as we know, it's just like a shadow thing that exists in the darkness underneath its outfit. So, you know, if you gave it a bigger outfit, it's a bigger creature. So just like it could have like the curls of shadow coming out from it. Yeah, well, Meowth is also a bottom, so.
I wanted to do a comic once where Mimikyu was, because that was the joke, is Meowth kept seeing Mimikyu.
Yeah.
So I kind of wanted to do one where Mimikyu was like, you saw, now take responsibility, like a wife, and they had to get married, and Meowth looked all sad and like fucking half dead, like he does after he's seen a Mimikyu.
Mimikyu just has a veil over the little outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah, dairy Mimikyu. Or soon dairy Mimikyu. Well, no, yeah. Good see that dairy because it'll kill your ass if you look.
I like when Meowth had to translate what Mimikyu said. He was like, no, fucking no, I ain't saying what that fucker said. That's fucked up. Paul, no, I hear your ass. Stupid, eh? This one I should make look like a pencil sketch. Or a print. Yeah. So thin lines. Just turn down this damn sketch layer. Wrong layer!
Why do we even have that there?
Because I hate myself. To make art is to suffer. YouTube, stop it. I've had to do it like 3 times. I've only been listening to it for 2 hours. It's like every time it goes to a new video, it's like, are you still watching? Yes, shut the fuck up.
It doesn't do that with your long form.
I know, I think it's because I have it in a hidden panel, maybe? Like, maybe I need to make it bigger.
Because like your long form is one single video.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. That's the problem right now, is everybody went to automating all of the job responses, so 9 times out of 10, no physical being.
Physical human has seen your thing half the time, unfortunately. That's why you kind of just have to, like, mass spam everyone. Someone should make something where it can just, like, mass spam all your shit to things. I don't see, like, if they have something that mass checks everything, I don't see why you can't mass spam it.
But that's supposed to be, like, I guess that's the premise behind Indeed, is you post your stuff up on there, and then when somebody posts the job, it auto-checks everybody's resumes, but...
Yeah, Indeed should, yeah. It should be like, hey, do you want to apply for this job? And then, like, it'd be like, put in your cash information or pay through PayPal, but instead it's Indeed. Because it's fucking nuts. I went through it.
Yeah. I feel like there should be some kind of, like, I guess universal, like, information setup for, like, at least a lot of the basic level stuff.
And then they're like, no one wants to work. It's like, bitch, everyone's applying.
Yeah.
You're just not accepting anyone.
It's like, well, how did you get an interview? Because I knew someone already working there and they told a physical person to go fucking look. It's like, that's not an effective method nowadays. And I feel so bad for the people that, like,
Yeah.
you legit have some people come in and they're like, can I speak to the hiring manager? And it's like, bruh, there is no hiring manager. There is no one who has any direct contact with this. Oh, yeah. Like, we need a college degree and 4 years of experience for making French fries. And it's like...
Not that there's anything wrong with making French fries, of course.
Yeah. But,
all jobs are skilled jobs.
But it'll be like
But college don't teach you how to do that.
It'll be a requirement that's completely irrelevant for the job. It's like, yeah, we need 6 years of experience with this thing that's been around for 2.
Why are all of mine creepy, Paul? I didn't go, like, I know I'm a goth bitch, and I know I got, like, demons on my thing, but I legit did not go into this expecting everything to be creepy.
Okay, I have the solution for why everything you're doing is creepy. It's right here on my phone.
Yeah! I got demon horns for my headphones that my husband gave me, so I didn't have to order a new pair. Thank you, husband.
Yeah.
He just showed me in the camera.
I did. I showed her on the selfie camera.
I look very fat.
You do not.
Yes, you do.
Yes, I do. Thank you. Mm-hmm. I have them.
I do like your thick boy. I like big boys. Itty bitty boys. Hi. Inner city boys. Hi. Mississippi boys.
Yes, it was a good meme.
Okay, yes, I am a goth bitch. But I did not choose these Pokemon. So this is not 100% my fault.
Uh-huh.
Some of it is y'all's.
Also, your primary audience is gays and or monster fuckers.
I didn't pick these. All the patrons did. These are all patrons ones. That's true. Okay, you got me there.
I didn't choose this life. Actively chooses what she's drawing.
They're all creepy! This is not my fault.
My wife tripping and falling with all these pictures falling out of her gallery. Oops, all creepy.
I wish I was, like, better known for my creepy stuff, though.
You're pretty well known for your squishy.
I'm known for, like, my squishy stuff and my not safe for work, but my creepy stuff is just not creepy enough. I don't have the skills because everything I draw is so soft and cute, but I love, like, soft creepy stuff. I'm a soft goth. I like adorable little Hello Kitty goth things.
Yeah, and it comes out nice.
I want to draw that guy's cat. The one he keeps posting.
Oh yeah,
with all the multiple
cat.
eyes, yeah.
Spider cat, meow 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 meow, spider cat. Bothers you more. Gets into places who can't stop me with this door. Just the idea of a cat that can get on the ceiling is already a concern.
I've seen some cats get on ceilings.
Yes, and it's a concern. Or those, like, remember that one place that was like the video of the place had like carpeted walls and the cat just went
honestly, that's a cool idea though. I think that'd be very enriching for the kitties.
It would. It would also be a problem for litterware anyone.
Yeah.
Like, cats are an issue. Do not give them an availability to become more.
Well, we had a little catwalk up there too, so it's just to get to the catwalk.
Some places
there was
just have
nothing
carpeted.
else like high near it, so he chose a good place.
Some places all have just carpeted walls, though.
That's a carpeted wall anyway. That's weird.
It is weird. Huh. Chung-Li sparkling tea.
Sure.
Why not? Looks neat.
Besides, cats cause enough mischief not being on the wall. Like, you think you can stop them?
Cats are basically just a
I
problem.
like how I'm drawing everything but the face. I'm gonna have to try to make the face not 100% derpy.
Hey. What if extra derpy?
Well, I was gonna, like, do, like, the darkness coming out from the bottom and staring at you.
Hey.
So I should actually make it more facing the camera. It's so hard to do, like, torn up clothes. It is a process. I need a brush for it.
Like raggedy edges and stuff.
Yeah. Should just make one myself. Then again, I have one for ruffles and I still don't use it. When I said fight the dice bar, I should have said fight the sandwich king.
Yes, kitties do pounce on literally all the things, including their owners, when they're like, hey, good news, I wish to be taller.
I am an octopus, so I am the kitty of the sea.
You are wet kitty, with all the
wet
problems
cat.
that implies.
Yes. Please love me.
Touch wife. You've been touched.
Never drawn knives well enough.
You drew my knife into violence.
Yeah, and it looks silly and like plastic.
Yes, I don't want to hurt nobody with the knife. It's the implied threat to violence.
Uh-huh.
It's also for comedic value.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Hello. We're here to talk to you about violence.
We're here to talk to you about your knives.
Hey. Your car's extended warranty.
Shut the fuck up, T-Mobile.
What did it say?
It's just offers and shit. We paid off our phone. They want us.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you pay your bills. Do you want more phones? No.
Do you want new bills?
No. Now I'm gonna keep this phone for like 5 years.
I know, right?
At least.
Until the battery dies on us and we have to go get a new one. See, that's the thing, you know. It wasn't even realistically a planned obsolescence thing. Just lithium batteries only last 3 to 5 years, period, because of the nature of batteries. So, phone people were like, ha ha ha, what if we make it so that you can't remove the battery? It's like, well, fuck you. We're gonna figure out how. There's that one
We
guy.
should do that with ours.
There is the one guy that, like, that's his whole YouTube thing, is just, like, figuring out how to fix Apple products forcibly. Because they have a lot of, like, anti-owner stuff in their products just to prevent you from being able to fix your shit. And he's like, I'm gonna fix everything. Fuck you. You can't stop me. But, like, yeah, that's the thing, you know.
It's really sad you have to do it yourself.
Yeah. Well, because a lot of phones, they changed it up to not being able to replace the batteries because then they have to sell you a new phone. Yeah, they do. And, like, even 5 years. 5 years is if you're lucky. Because, like, lithium cells just, they are ticking time bombs. That they will stop working because they only have a limited lifespan. And that is in the nature of them. Like, you know, with lead acid batteries, the old style ones, they would just lose max charge over time. And eventually, like, it wouldn't matter if you full charged it, you've got like 15 minutes of time on them, but lithium's like,
This is barely even a Mimikyu anymore.
like I said, it just looked to me like a Mimikyu took over a corpse that it found, and it's just using it as
Or
like
like
a meat puppet.
a wedding dress from a bride who was killed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's in the mannequin or something. But yeah, like lithium batteries, like they're only gonna last like that, which is why I always find it fucking funny. You know, like some places will be like, yeah, we sell extended warranties and stuff, and it's like, oh cool, how long is the extended warranty? Oh, it's 3 years. It's like, cool. So within 3 years, if something happens, I can just bring this back to you, get new batteries? Yeah. And I'm like, great, I'll see you in 2.5. Because it's gonna.
Actually, I like this one better.
Oh yeah. Hi, Vazime.
Hello!
Hey. See? Violence has summoned another.
Ah.
That is the call of violence.
All the violence.
Uh-huh. Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Hey. Oh, neat. I'm just watching you do stuff.
What'd I do?
You made the wrinkle in the fabric.
Yeah. Because it's lace, so wherever it overlaps, it's going to be on the other side. This lace is like somewhat transparent.
Yeah.
So I gotta make that.
Neat. I'm just watching you do stuff and I think it's neat. Me holding up my wife, I just think she's neat.
You're biased.
Yeah. And you're bi.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think it's neat watching you do this stuff. Possessed to mimic you.
Hang on, go back.
Yeah, I've been so slug about today.
Because you're getting old, old man.
It was our day off. It's nice.
Old man. Well, you gotta go to bed early tonight, so keep that up.
I do.
I want to give her a crown.
Hey. Queen.
I am all the horror and violence we need.
Yeah. Virgin Mary.
It's not the Virgin Mary, honey.
Or what's the one that's in the candle?
That's Virgin Mary.
Yeah, okay, I said it right.
It's not, though.
Yeah, cause like they always, some of the ones do the Mary with the skull face and the veil.
I'm doing like one of those like ones where it's like a comb on top of the veil.
Mm-hmm.
Lace can be used for many things.
Hey. Queen Mimikyu.
Drink.
Sit down. Drink. Have drink. Drink. Letterbox. Drink.
If they put a go to the bathroom one. Like, I don't gotta pee. Do it.
Well, we could do like a bathroom one. Like people could redeem it as like a commercial break or something. We could just do the little like run ad button.
Stop drawing, you dumb bitch.
Yeah. Telling you, man, that Twitch mobile app is so trash. I don't even understand why it has so much problems. All it has to do is pretend to be a freaking web browser. Like, that's the extent of the work it needs to do. I'm gonna brush my teeth, so I will be back in a minute.
Oh, do you already have to go to bed, hon?
No, I don't think so. Let me check the time. Yeah, like, there's not really a good purpose for the mobile app. But, like, if they just made it a simplified web browser that only worked with Twitch, like, that would be fine.
Who wants to marry Mimikyu? It is Meow. Smudge it. Been crying. Guess we don't really need that one. I'll just erase it a bit.
That idea with like the you've seen, so now you have to take responsibility, and Mouth shows up in like a little tux. And Mimikyu shows up as that.
Yes. Drawing things perfectly fucked up is so hard. Shut up, Paul. Don't talk about my circles. And then instead of being drawn on, it's blush. It's too dark. Kinda like it though. Alright, now we'll start with some color. Oops. I think that's too small. It's not gonna show up good. I'll debate about it. Ugh, I can never find the right cross-hatching for what I want. And I'm not gonna physically do it myself. Ugh. Oh, that looks good. Should probably do this a new layer though. Right? You gotta go bed, sweetie?
About a half hour.
Okay. Ah, purple.
I like the painted on like cheek paint.
Mm-hmm. Because it's blush instead of like marker.
Yeah. Well, maybe Q has to look nice for her wedding to to freaking meow.
Yes.
If it's been long enough, it'd actually just be like kind of crumbly, flaky bits on the knife.
Yeah, it'll probably be dried.
There was actually a sword that they showed. Every time they would like go to clean and polish it, more blood would seep out of it. Because it was just like the metal and stuff when you went to like wash it and things like that, it would start staining the water red. So cool. Horrifically cursed sounding, but you know.
As you do.
It'd be neat to think about like if there are actual like cursed items and stuff like that. What's like the rules and stuff about them? I always found that kind of cool.
That's called an SCP, honey.
I know, but I mean like horror cursed, not like.
Yes, that's an SCP, sweet.
Yeah, but I don't want it like the science version of it. I want like.
I mean, the
some
SCPs aren't science. That's just the way you talk about them.
I want like some weirdo writing notes in his book while he's got like 50 evil ass things in a room, one of which he has to have facing the other one because the two curses will cancel each other out because they hate each other.
That is literally an SCP!
Meh.
Just because SCP is sci-fi doesn't mean the items are sci-fi. A lot of them are like classic curses or stuff like that.
Fantasy curses.
Yeah, they have those too. There's 700 of the little fuckers. I'm pretty sure they got all of them.
Cursed lady.
The sound you just made sort of sounded like a squeaky toy.
I need to blow my nose. I'm stuffy.
Blow your nose, sweet.
I'm going. I was just gonna say, you look like you're having a lot of fun.
Actually, yeah, I really like this one. This is up my alley. I love this kind of shit. I imagine there's a lot of them. Unmarried women are very popular in horror because, like, women in any form besides subservient have been in, like, horror since the dawn of time. In fact, that's why witches ride brooms. It's supposed to be like a joke. It's like, haha, women, that is for cleaning, not for flying. Do your women-y thing. And they're like, no, fuck you. And they flick you off while they fly away.
I mean, there's like Elizabeth Bathory is one that always comes to mind as one of like the really common.
I don't know if
horror
she
ladies.
was married. I assume she was.
Well, she was a lady. She would have had to have been at some point.
Mm-hmm. A lot of women just wouldn't remove their veils. And it wasn't always before mourning. It was like, fuck, I don't want to marry someone again.
There was one of those like.
And then they live with their wives.
Hey, one of those ones like there's a one that like English lit classes always make their kids read. Like this is like high school level reading, and it's like the lady who is just like walking around in like a raggedy ass wedding dress, and she's like really old at this point, and there's like a rotted cake and like everything like that, and it's just this lady just her groom never showed up to the wedding, and so she just never got past that day. And that's like a really, like, I remember that from high school reading, because that was one of the ones we did in the class, and it's just like, that's fucking dire.
I read There Will Come Soft Rains in high school and actually cried in the middle of the class.
Aww.
That's such a sad story.
I did not know that story.
That's the one where it's the house that's still automated after the bombs drop and the family isn't there anymore. There Will Come Soft Rains was actually a poem that it reads in the story.
Huh.
Yeah, to no one who's there. Because it goes through the whole process of the day, but there's no one in the house because they're all just soot on the outside in the shape of people now.
Yeah.
Nothing's there, and there's a dog that's not being fed because he was on the inside because that was the kid's responsibility. And it just goes through the whole day. It makes pancakes, it makes lunch, it, starts the recorder, and it reads There Will Come Soft Rains to the children that aren't there before they go to bed.
Yeah.
And then because it's been going through the process of doing all this stuff for so long, fire breaks out in the house just from a tree coming through it. And because it's been doing things like washing dishes for no one who's been there and cleaning up the dead dog, it can't put out the fire, and it's slowly chining the sound to wake up to nobody as it slowly falls apart.
Yeah.
It's a very sad story.
I always like that melancholy of machinery, where it's just like...
I'm very susceptible to that.
I've always really loved that too.
It's a fairly short story, so if you haven't read it, there's a bunch of just free readings of it on YouTube. It can't be more than 20 minutes long if you ever want to listen to it.
Yeah.
There's actually a reference to it in Fallout 4. There is a house. It's one of the few you can go into, one of the townhouses in the city, and there's a Mr. Handy in there. And you can tell him to do a lot of things like walk Fluffy, you'll find a dead dog outside, which is dumb because it'd be 400 years, and other crap. But it will also say read to the children, and it will go up to a bunk bed on the second floor, and it will read the poem There Will Come Soft Rains, which is a story about how animals won't care when humans are gone, to two corpses in the bunk bed.
Oh.
It was very sweet.
Yeah.
I remember when I first saw it, I just sat down and smiled. I just loved it.
It's one of the things is machinery.
It doesn't know when to stop.
It doesn't know to stop. It literally can't comprehend that it can't do the thing it's programmed to do.
There's I hate AI and stuff, and this was kind of haunting. There's a thingy going on right now that's Seinfeld Nothing Forever, and it's randomized AI generated scripts based off Seinfeld, and it's got 3D models walking around a single room reading out those lines supposedly forever, and I was just oh great, humans are gonna die out and AI is still gonna be producing shit for nobody.
Yep, just content infinitely. I told you about that one where it was a basically world apocalypse because it's just erasing the internet and stuff like that. And they managed to section off a chunk of the thing that's destroying all the internet and isolate it with itself, and it just starts regressing to what its original thing was, and it's it regresses to this thing where it just goes, would you like to see naked women? Click here. But it's a spam thing that evolved so much it was just erasing the cybernet.
There's, you said that guy who found all the stuff for Homestuck on old forums where porn bots were just advertising to other porn bots.
Yep.
That's... If the electricity keeps going, that's gonna long outlive us.
Allegories.
If we reach a Fallout level where things can still run after people are gone.
Yeah. I mean, we're working on that. There's a research group that's working on engraving stuff into crystals, basically.
Yeah.
Where it's slow because they're just developing it, so it doesn't read or write very quickly, but it has a very large amount of data density, and short of physically mangling it, it's not gonna break down. So it would last for thousands of years, just this magic rock full of every cooking recipe we've ever had. If you shine a light through it just so, it might still work. Or that one guy that set up the rock in the middle of the desert, where if you light a fire there to camp in the safety of this rock, you have Wi-Fi. Which, like...
I like the effect this brush is having.
It's very like Brothers Grimm. Like,
that's what I was going for. I'm glad.
Yeah.
That's exactly the vibe I was going for.
If you'd have told me this was in something from Shel Silverstein, I would have believed you. But yeah, that's a really nice look to it. Well, yeah, like I've always really loved that, like that machine melancholy of I do my task because it's the only thing I know. And like, even when everything is gone and everything that could even conceivably care about that task, it still does the task because that's what it does. I mean, like, even in the plant world, there is that kind of existential horror because, like, there's one type of plant that it flowers, and the flower is for a type of bee that has been extinct for tens of thousands of years. It is a creature that we can only conceive of the creature the tree needs because we can see the shape of the flower, which is the flower trying its best to pretend to be that creature. So we can only literally see the allegory of the cave of some bug that existed many, many years ago. And like, we know it existed because we have records of it, and this plant struggling on because it knows no other choice tells us that this thing once existed. Like, how could you not think that's like the saddest shit ever, but also really fucking cool?
I mean, there are plants now that they look like birds, and they could be birds that don't exist anymore.
Yeah. You know, that's part of the thing, like, some plants, because bugs can see in different vision range than we can.
Strict.
Yep. The plant only really matters if you can see outside of that vision range. So if, bugs changed or, like a race like us comes along, that plant becomes meaningless to us. We can't see anything on it. Yep, and you got a drunk.
You want to do some foot things?
Yeah, we're going to do some leg lifts and some squats real quick.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm not doing squats.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We really just have like I
have an individual Discord you can contact me on, but the only Discord server I run is for my patrons. I tried to run one before, but it was too annoying.
Yeah, if we don't have like full-time mods, we can't just mod it ourselves. It got too out of hand.
I ended up forgetting to post it there, and eventually I just had to close it.
Yeah. So we do have a Patreon one, but otherwise we just have our personal ones.
But my individual Discord is up there at the bottom.
Yeah. Did it pause your music again?
Oh no. This one just actually has some lyrics. It's weird and annoying.
Huh.
You don't see that too often.
Yeah, you don't. Unsurprising. Twitch
I'm sorry,
Mobile.
the individual numbers are up there for my personal Discord if you want.
Yeah. Twitch Mobile.
And I believe my card is at the bottom too, that has all the links to the websites where I post art.
Twitch Mobile, you have like 3 jobs. I think your card's down there. That'll have all the links.
I made a card when Twitter was about to fall apart, and it's slowly getting worse too.
Like, some things are getting better because like a bunch of people are blocking themselves basically,
but like it's so
Well, like it's actually like the site is falling apart.
yeah.
If I want to get responses, like know when someone's DM'd me on desktop Twitter, I have to reload the page.
Yeah.
I will get it on my phone just fine, but not on there.
Which is
A lot of people have been complaining, like, people aren't seeing shit. Like, it's crazy.
It's so fucking bizarre that the desktop version has less, functionality than a mobile app. That's so jank.
I did not see that. That's wild, because I, have a lot of people who DM me on Twitter just to get commissions and stuff.
What's so weird about that, too, is it's like a sort of kind of thing. So, like, okay. Mine, I still have the DM thing. And if you go
well, yours
to
hasn't updated.
If you go to well, it has updated. I've checked and I don't have any updates.
That's weird.
Well, like, so if you go to the person's page, you can DM them on the top of the page. But apparently on the desktop version, it moved the little message thing down to the bottom of the screen. So, like, they changed the UI for no reason. But, like, on mobile, a lot of people just don't have the message thing anymore. So, like, I don't know.
I want to make some dead flowers. I took too long with this one. I was having too much fun.
Mimic you in this. Put you in your place. The grave.
The grave.
Hey.
They would be decayed. That's what I'm gonna go for. I'm just gonna do it myself. Of course I don't have decaying flowers as a thing on here.
I'm surprised.
Out of all the flowers I have, I'll just draw them. Probably just make them black too. And then put some white hatching on them. Hatching.
I do notice one thing that they have magically fixed the ads in the middle of people's replies bullshit. Like, that was gone for a long while. Now magically it's back.
Oh,
It's like you'll be scrolling through replies and there'll be like an ad next to it or something. I hate that shit.
I always just ignore it.
Oh, I block the
It makes me not want to use your ad though.
Yeah, I block it. Every single one of those things I've seen I've blocked. That just encourages me to never use your stuff.
I know, right? Like on Twitch.
Yeah, I know, right?
I don't really like getting wet. What in the world? No, I went under the awning. It's still raining. surprised it's still raining.
I mean, that's why the military had to bail out. Because, like, people just bullied them so much about this shit that they're like, yeah, no. No, we're not going here anymore.
Actually, that would be better. Oop.
I say we do it for more than a year. 2023 is just the start of the bullying. Soon we're gonna start bullying them in their own homes.
Bully them forever.
Give them ads. Annoy the fuck out of them when they're trying to do stuff. It's perfectly legal, they paid for. Weedle. Such a good little kitty.
Cease,
Yeah.
corporations. Be gone.
I mean, if we really wanted corporations to cease, there's like two things you do. And
Kill Elon Musk.
Well, yeah, but that's a side thing. But like, 90% of things would go away immediately if we took away the ruling that said corporations are people and can act as such. And we took away the... realistically, the reason why corporations...
Oh, it looks creepy without the face.
Oh, it does. That's nice. Because there was a ruling that said corporations can pretend to be people.
Yeah.
And so they can have unlimited donations just like people and blah, 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 which gave them the legal wiggle room to just be shitty. So we take that away. But the other thing is corporations are funded entirely as a legal dodge for people. People don't want to take responsibility for their actions, so they create a corporation. Then it's not them doing the thing, it's the corporation. Take it away. Fuck them. They got that much money that they're trying to do all this shit, and they're trying to be all this stuff, and they want to have people rights. You get one or the other. You get taxed like a people, so no corporate tax dodges. You get, corralled like a people when you do something bad, you get in trouble for it. You want to have people rights? You're a people now. You're not a corporation anymore. And you would watch, because they could pick one or the other. You can act like a people and have people responsibilities, or you can act like a corporation and have your corporation stuff. But you don't get both. And the moment you take that away, half this shit goes away because they wouldn't be able to do it anymore. And as we always say here on this channel, fuck them. They're not people.
But we don't got money.
I hear violence works wonders.
Guillotines.
In Minecraft.
Now the eyes in the dress.
Hey, creature.
No creature yet.
He.
I'm not done yet.
No, I meant creature in the void. You looking at my butt? I made it myself.
I'm probably gonna do multiple eyes, honestly.
Yeah. I like it when there's like multiple
Maybe more
eyes.
sideways.
I like it when there's like multiple eyes of different sizes too. I always find that fun. Hey guys, I learned how to use stuffing. I made a butt. Mimic you showing up to the craft fair. Yeah, right. Well, that's what we're heading towards. Yeah, there's been so much greedflation where it's like it has nothing to do with anything. They're just raising the prices because they can get away with it. And
I learned about it. They literally are just raising their prices because other people raise their prices.
Yep. We're not as bad as them. We raised the prices just a little bit, see? There was one, I heard like an ad for one company and they were like, it was like, new inflation buster deals. And I was like, oh, that sounds heinous. And they were like, is your buck not going as far as it used to? Come on into this place and get this stuff. You know, we've marked it down to what it was at the start of Corona or something. And it was just like, ugh.
There we go. Now she's done. She looks great, honestly.
Yeah.
This is the best thing I've ever done.
Like I said,
At least on stream.
I could see that you were having fun with this one.
I was. That's great. I'm glad I chose this one. Sorry if I should give it some of this.
So
Nah,
it's, like,
it's too bright. Hang on.
give it kind of like the paper burning up in the edges kind of look. I think the yellowing really sells it better. So.
Yeah.
It looks like something that you'd see on like an old ass newspaper clipping.
Yes. They are. They pay me to do that.
That's why they show up.
That's why they get requests and shit.
Yep.
All right, now we got to give the creature a friend. I'm gonna give him a Mimikyu.
I was thinking you do. How about a polka doll Mimikyu?
No.
Aw.
I did a polka doll before.
Mimikyu has a little, instead of the wood hammer, it's a little like protest sign. It's like no forced evolution.
Using a woo Mimikyu.
You can't evolve us.
I hope Mimikyu never gets an evolution. They shouldn't have one.
I know, right?
If they want to make other versions of Mimikyu, I am okay with that. But no, don't evolve them.
I think it'd be fun if, instead of like other versions of Mimikyu, because you know like how leakers would be, right? They would immediately start like saying stuff way ahead of times. Do like, yeah, if you taught Mimikyu transform, where it like takes on the type of the other Pokemon, have like little Mimikyu versions of things that it could turn into, depending on the type.
Alright, next one. We're almost at 3 hours. I don't know if I'll stay up much longer than that. I'm having a weird like stitch in my side today.
Yeah.
How many have we done? I think we only done 4. 5 would be good because that'd be about half we did last time.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Dusclops Trico. I don't think Borger got one. No, they got one last time. Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anyone who hasn't gotten any at all?
There's Phasma with like 80
Did
of
Gil
them.
do one? I think I did one for Gil.
Gil had the
I'll do
Golurk and Gengar?
I'll do the Borgers first, then I'll do Gil's. I think I can do 2. That is on here, I think. Hang on, let me check. Oh yeah, it's Pikachu in a little Mimikyu outfit. Yeah,
Look at the one on the right.
Yeah, it's Mimikyu wearing a Pikachu skin.
Yeah.
I put a link to this at the top of the chat if you want to look at it.
Monster Hunter.
Oh, I don't think they have Dusclops.
Hmm.
Is that how you spell it? Let me check. Well, actually, they probably have it spelled right. Because, unfortunately, they do not have every Pokemon in here.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep, no Dusclops. Sorry, Borg. So we'll do Golurk and Gengar. If we have Golurk. Alright, shut up.
I think they had...
Golurk might be too far, too.
Yeah. No,
Oh,
okay.
we got him. Because they only have about, like, the first 100 and a few other ones that are popular.
Yeah.
Gengar.
Gimger.
Gimger. Gimager. It looks like he's got his butt fuzzed out.
I mean, look at the one on the right. That one came out pretty nice. But even that looks kind of like Aegislash.
Let's see what the other one they had was Chandelure and Dusknoir. Let's look at that one. I think they do have Chandelure on here. Yeah, Chandelure.
Mm-hmm.
Chandelure.
The skull.
He does look like his butt is censored, though.
Hey, do. The one on the right looks better.
Yeah, that looks pretty cool.
Oh yeah,
no.
creature check.
No, we did. We gave him the
Okay,
thing.
yep, there we go.
Oh, why am I opening a new file?
Hit.
That looks pretty cool.
Yeah,
That also looks quick.
looks edgelordy. Looks like a 90s comic character.
It does. It's Spawn.
Yep, that's what the creatures are there for, to help protect from incidents.
Yep, they are the buffer for the undo button.
We call them the incident.
Yeah. How do I want to do this one? Ooh, I know.
Hmm.
I'm gonna do it like no shading, just like it's wall art.
Hmm. Oh yeah, like a graffiti thing.
Yeah,
I was thinking graffiti thing or like comic book cover.
because it all looks like lines and stuff. I always like Chandelure. I actually did like, what are they called, like Genkai? Thing where you make them human.
Yeah, Gajinka.
Gajinka. I did that of the Litwick evolutions. That was fun, and I made them like ghosts. They were pretty cool.
That does look like it'd be like either like a wall art tag or like.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So I was thinking like Spawn, like a comic book cover, like 90s action, like. Because it'd be like the darkness. Skulldaloo.
Skulldaloo.
Honestly, they'd probably call it like Skull Noir.
Skull Noir. No, not doing that. That's gonna take too much time.
You speak French, so it's like, oh, oui baguette.
Ha 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 ha. Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the restroom and then power down.
Alright, I'm probably gonna end after this one.
Yeah.
Because then we'll be at the 3-hour mark.
I'm glad the Mimikyu one came out cool.
I know, I love that one so much.
Now I can move her by her horns.
No, you can't. No. No, that is not why I bought the horns for my
Handles.
headphones. They're not handles.
That is why every fantasy character has horns. I'm looking at you, tieflings.
Tieflets.
Hey.
Think about how I want to do this. And then the smoke will go through here. Hello, Meadow. Sorry, I was trying to get these lines right and Paul's asleep. I didn't have him to alert me. It's all him fault. You came in at the last one, Melon. He has such puffy cheeks. Nope. No! They need to look spoopy. Squishy cheekbones are not spoopy. Besides, they're all bone. They look like a fish. Probably sketch this first, actually. Hello! Watch, this is gonna be too big for my screen. He's not cute, he's scary. He's so scary, guys. He's super scary. You should be scared of him. Actually, all these have been kind of spoopy doopy doopy doo. Spoopy doopy doo, here are you. Got some works to do now. Spoopy doopy doo. This is you. We got some edge on this now. Spoopy is always cute. No, it's time for you to kiss me.
Hi, Jimmy Meredith. Hi, Anna. Hi, wifey getting kisses. I have to be careful of the horns.
You gotta bother me, honey.
I do. Guess what? Guess what? Guess what?
What? I am now dead. You have to finish drawing everything.
Okay, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to draw a penis.
Oh, we know I still draw penises better.
Of
Draw
course you do.
mungus.
Half circle, little circle, line, done. Bogus.
Mungus.
Yeah.
That line wasn't good enough.
Skull noir. I love you, dear. Good luck on your
Simple
circle.
lines kill me, man.
Good luck on your circle.
You don't tell me what to do.
Aw, Selena. Take your man.
It happens.
It do. Set timers. The machine never forgets.
Feed your cat at the same time you take your meds.
Oh yeah, no, that is true. That's a good life hack. If
But no, you
have to
can
wake
set
up at 6
timers
every
and
day.
shit. Get cats. Sounds like a good excuse to get cats to me.
Yeah. I love you.
I love you too, sweetie. Go to bed. You're in the way. Alright, and now I'm gonna cheat. Haha. Feed the dog when you take your meds. Maybe he'll bother you. Not you. There you go. It's a poop. All right. I did these in the wrong layer, but it's okay. And the eyeballs. Yeah. This would be kind of cool with like a... what you call it? Neon around it. Ooh. These are all floors. I was looking for bricks. I know I have bricks in here. Bigger. There we go. All right. That's the last one for tonight. Gotta give the baby something. What should the creature get? His meds. Take your meds. Boop. Med. Now he's happy. Pikachu didn't, and he's pissy. He's a pissy baby. Alright. Let's get all these guys arranged. Everyone is so big. Oh my god. Everyone is so big. Why do I draw so large? There's no reason. Whoop. That guy at the bottom. This is going to be arranged so weird. No. I like it long ways. Okay, maybe a little wider. It's gonna be too big anyway. It's because of that fat fuck. He's too big. Alright, there we go. And I'll get these guys all divvied up. Yep, that was the first one tonight. No, it's a Celebi. They don't have Frost Moth. They don't go that far. Most of these are within the first 100. If not, they're usually like faves, like Mimikyu and stuff like that. But for the most part, you gotta keep them in the first 100 or 200. There's some fan faves like Mimikyu and Giratina. Lots of legendaries. It's officially been saved. Mimikyu is the best Pokemon. Alright. That's all for tonight. Y'all have a good night. Bye-bye.